All right, today we're out doing tree plantings. Ryan and I have been out here the past couple days prepping it, so you're seeing what's already in place. We went through and sprayed it all with glyphosate, killed it off, the grass, then came through and sprayed it with a pre-emergent. But what we're trying to accomplish is getting a windbreak between the road and where we're hunting. And the way that I like to do that is we're starting with different varieties of trees and scaling that back. So right along the road, we're going to do some eastern cedars. They're going to be really hardy. They grow about anywhere. They'll grow in a gravel road. So we're doing 3 rows of those, and those get really thick, so we're planting them tight. They can, be very drought resistant. They're very hardy. They'll pretty much, like I said, grow anywhere. Then we're going to move into more ornamental trees, but still act for the same purpose, being red pines and white pines. I like the look of them, I like the functionality of them. But more importantly, we're then going to scale over to some hardwoods. We got some silver maple coming in, and then also dogwoods and chokecherry. And those get really bushy, so it's going to create a lot of cover between our hunting area and the road. And it's going to also have a windbreak, and it's good for wildlife. There's different things that the deer and birds and stuff like to feed on, so you don't want to do just one variety, because if one doesn't thrive, the other's gonna. And that's also why we plant a lot of these pines really close too, is the deer inevitably are going to hammer some of them, and then also they're going to fall to different things like drought, and just not all the trees are going to make it. So we're going to plant a lot of them to make sure that they fill in. So make sure to get a good variety. Talk to your local forester. They'll write you a plan if you're not sure what to do and what species, and they're going to say, based on the soil you have here, these are ones I recommend. Ryan's out unpackaging a lot of our dogwoods. Those look really good. So it's kind of all about trees this week. It's kind of the first week of spring that we were able to hit the field. So all about trees, whether it's cover, it's fruit trees, it's bushes. We're just trying to get them all on the ground this week before it gets hot. We're getting these in a little bit late this year. They've actually been stored in my garage, which is a good point. You want to store them in a dry, cool place. So we meant to put them in a month ago, but it's been really wet here, so we're getting them in a little bit late. Ideal planting time is first thing in the spring, and why that's important, it's not hot yet. Get these cut into the ground. They're going to get plenty of that spring moisture, so they're not going to dry out. And it's going to get the tree time to get acclimated before that heat just ravages them. Here in Iowa, it was 90 degrees yesterday, so it's basically the first week that we've been able to get into the field. So sooner the better on your tree planting, but in the meantime, make sure to store them in a dry, cool place. And we actually soak them. You'll notice Ryan sorting the trees over here. We soak them in water prior to putting them in, get the roots saturated before we get them into the ground. All right, we're just wrapping up our tree planting project. We're gonna lastly finish up with our bushes, planting them really tight here at the end. But I'm encouraging you guys out there to take on some projects on your farms this year, whether that be tree plantings, and it doesn't have to be a big undertaking like we're doing, but pick a project on your farm this year and try to make your property better than you found it.